Раз, проверим звук. Отлично, звуки есть. Всем добрый вечер. С вами Алексей, и это мой канал по видеоиграм. Сегодня у меня стрим по Genshin Impact. Проходим задание Фонтейна. В прошлый раз мы закончили историю с всеотцом местным, который пришел там из очага, дом очага или как-то так. Вот, и сегодня будем продолжать эту историю. Я немного побегал, даже круток накрутил, насобирал, так сказать. Вот, можно будет в конце еще крутануть, ввиду того, что там сейчас Фурина. Вот, постримлю, как обычно, около часа. Так что, let's go!
Okay, that should be all the images we need. Today's the final day of Milksy's fantastic adventures. Let's go find Fremine at his camp. Let's head back and check with Lapine Pauline. Maybe she'll have an update for us.
Да, я еще тут недавно на днях пытался зачистить этот яшмовый лес, но не могу найти оставшиеся эти сундучки. Где-то они завалялись. Так, что у нас там еще осталось? А это я прохожу, это потом допройду. Здесь я пробежался. Так, по миссии. Собственно говоря, что я ищу? Подожди, я смотрю, есть письма. Писем нет, никто не пишет. По миссии, вот. Маскарад виновных, том 4, глава 5. Разлив гневных вод. Собственно говоря, эту миссию я буду выполнять. Подожди, да. Я ее дочитать хочу. Так, ваше заключение в тюрьме подходит к концу, как и было условлено прежде. Вы заканчиваете с формальностями, а потом отправляетесь на встречу с Невилетом. От него узнаете о катастрофе в Пуассоне. Так. Тут есть телепорт? Вот есть телепорт. Да, мне нужно в Пуассон было. И там, видимо, кат-сцена сразу. Ага. Что здесь случилось? Здания вокруг выглядят поврежденными. Да они изначально были так себе. И людей нет. Они растворились? Нет. Не стоит сразу предполагать худшее. Так, мне нужно найти Навию. Я забыл на самом деле сменить стихию, бегаю с Гео. Ну да ладно, потом поменяю. Надеюсь, здесь сильно не придется драться. Кстати, на всякий случай. Срок действия истек. Ну ладно. Вдруг мне придется драться. Надо бы это. Ой, рыба какая-то модная. На. Жуй. Ой, я не то сделал. Докормлю их. Все. Вот еще рыбка, он большая валяется. Почему я ее подобрать не могу, интересно? По пути, блин. Мы спустились тут 20 метров. О, вот и первый пострадавший. Так, второй. А люди-то все прибывают. Он вообще нас не заметил, по-моему. Так, третий. В одиночку? Тебя что, жену растворили? Да что здесь произошло? Жертва бедствия.
Just hang in there. Help is on the way. You can hold my hand if it makes you feel better.
Так что в итоге произошло-то? Можно нам рассказать немного контекста? Пока все ноют. Продолжайте искать Навию. Так, не туда. Тут он кальмар подвешен какой-то. Осьминог. Ну да ладно. Оп. О, вижу ее. Да подожди, ты что делаешь? Я же не приземлился. А, он сам приземлился.
She's over there. Hey, Navia, are you okay?
Она тебя не слышит. Надо подняться. О! Увидела или услышала просто?
You're here.
Да, мы здесь.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson, so we came as quickly as we could.
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly rose. It caused quite the disturbance, in fact.
Уровень воды поднялся. Вон он что. И что? Видимо, там была первозданная вода.
Demoiselle! There was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to safety, but we've run out of medical supplies.
Что, бежим в город еще лекарства
wounded?
пополнять.
How badly?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded and he saw the ground, he became terrified and eventually...
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to see a doctor. He should know where to go.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in the meantime.
О, нет, такие очки синие. Хе,
All
прикольно.
right. You'll be in charge.
А тут черные. И вот снова синие.
I'm sorry. Where were we?
The situation in Poisson?
Ah, right. Allow me to explain.
Давай, рассказывай. Интересно, что здесь
A little
произошло.
earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. At first, everyone thought that something might have exploded in the waterways. But before we knew it, water started pouring out from everywhere. The rushing water seemed a little odd, almost like the unique color of primordial seawater. Some people didn't realize the danger and thought it was
Всё-таки
just ordinary
первозданное
water
море
leaking from
разлилось.
somewhere. Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. As the water levels rose, they suddenly
теперь они часть
disappeared.
этой воды, я понял.
They were all dissolved. Those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. Many were injured in the stampede, and some people fell from significant heights.
Так, и? Что за
The
тишина?
Svina Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but there have been a lot of casualties. Fortunately, the water began to recede after some time, and the chaos came to an end. The water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. To ensure everyone's safety, I've asked the people there to leave as soon as possible. No one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now is try our best to help evacuate the residents. We
Надо,
still
вам
haven't
всем надо
completed
валить
the head
отсюда.
count, but
А
we'll have
то
some
вдруг
numbers
еще
soon.
раз появится.
How awful. And all of this just came out of nowhere.
А известна опасность, будто не опасно.
It was
Извиняюсь
quite
за
frightening
тавтологию.
indeed. I only wish
Типа,
that
если ты знаешь,
everything
то
that
ты не
just
боишься
happened
уже. Ну да,
was
конечно.
a bad dream.
Is there any way we can help Navia?
Да, мы пришли помочь. Можешь нагрузить нас, работай.
Thank you for being so willing to help in a moment of crisis like this. You don't know how much it means to me.
Так мы еще ничего не
I
сделали.
really
Давай хоть
can't
что-нибудь поделаем.
express how grateful I am.
Постойте, кого-то здесь не хватает, да?
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends
Видимо,
are for.
того старичка-то растворили. Кстати, где Мелус и Сильвер? Или обоих их растворили? Все ясно.
Demoiselle, we've got a situation here.
Что случилось?
I'll be right there.
Потом
Sorry,
видим.
I need to go for now.
И убежала. А мы за ней по-любому, да?
And off she goes. Seems it might be a while before she can take a break.
Нави обходит окрестности, общается с людьми, решает вопросы. Она действует четко и разумно.
The wounded are being tended to, and we finished a preliminary head count. More support
Но
has
на
just
ее лице
arrived,
мрачное
so
выражение.
I
Вот того,
suppose I
дописано в
finally
конце.
have a moment to focus on my own matters. Of course, we should remain ready for anything, and continue doing our best to rescue others. I'll be sure to have everyone at the Spina di Rosula ready to render assistance. Traveler, Paimon, would you two accompany me to my father's grave for a moment?
Зачем?
Huh?
Ну, да,
Right
сейчас.
now?
Понимаю.
Thank you.
Я не понимаю. Или эти все-таки охранники-то ее это... едины с водичкой. Теперь. Куда мы бежим? Мы бежим наверх. На могилу. Как мне туда пройти? Можно я туда варпнуть? Здесь у меня ничего нет. Вот отстой. Как бы побыстрее... Ну, блин. Давай попробуем по-быстрому выйти как-то. Если мы вот сюда перейдем, мы сможем отсюда подняться наверх. Оп. Да. Я стал выше, и вроде как я отсюда смогу сейчас попасть, куда мне требуется. Оп. Да. Красота. Оказывается, не сильно далеко. Мини-кладбище. Ой, сразу закат, красивая картинка, все дела.
Not a lot of people here, huh?
Еще бы, это ж
Well, given the time of day and the whole situation in Poisson,
Это ж кладбище,
Paimon
блин.
doesn't think there'd be a ton of people here visiting graves.
Right. That's how things are now. The living are so
Блин,
exhausted
какая красивая
that they've no
картинка сейчас
strength
была.
to spare any words for the dead.
Navia?
Не сдерживайся. Давай, я подставлю свое плечо.
Navia, what's wrong?
Пайман,
Sorry.
давай, включай уже свой маленький мозг.
Malus and Silver. They won't ever come back here again. What should I do, Papa?
Huh? What happened to them?
Нави, соболезную твоей утрате.
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still, I was the one who initiated it. They were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave in time. And they were caught in the seawater.
Печально. Старичок с усами мне нравился.
I've known them for so long. And I know they weren't afraid. But I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just gone. I just can't.
Оп. Воспоминания.
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half bad.
See,
Человек в темных
it's not
очках.
just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be angry, would he?
How
Ну,
could
пикник на
Master
кладбище
ever be
такое
upset
себе.
with you, demoiselle?
Ну, хотя, в
Yet the
принципе,
cemetery
делают
is
же.
the home of those who have passed, is it not? Everyone ends up here sooner or later, no matter who you are.
Buying yourself a plot in advance, are you?
No need
А
yet. But when I
люди,
do,
которые
I
заботятся
hope you'll
об
let me be
этом, да,
buried
сильно
beside
заранее
Master
закупают,
Callus,
потому
demoiselle.
что цены на место
Hey, stop joking around.
приличные.
I'm quite serious. That way, it will save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
That makes sense. In that case, could I be buried on his other side?
After all, besides you, demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered Master's closest companions, no?
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes
Ты
just
то вообще
fine.
молодой, что-то рано задумался.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. All right. I'll remember your requests. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else. I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise.
Ты же можешь их вещи какие-нибудь положить. Что начала-то?
I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this. I don't usually cry, really.
Paimon
Сильная,
doesn't know how to
независимая.
help you
Все
feel
дела.
better. But, well, she understands how you feel.
I had always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, that never solely relied on me. Many things can only be accomplished with someone else's help. Malus and Silver have helped me so much. But by contrast, I could do nothing for them. I'm so sorry.
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
Да, мы здесь ради тебя.
Thank you. Right now, you don't know how much that means. By the way, you can have a look at this. It's a list of victims from the incident that took place here.
Obena, Khan, Burnett, Giverny,
У всех французские имена какие-то.
Karina, Daisy Ray, Joinville, Julianne, Esson, as well as Malus and Silver. So, everyone else is safe.
Не все так плохо. Ну да.
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right. We lost Malus and Silver. But we were able to save more than we anticipated. The overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
Ни одна жертва не оправдана.
Right. Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be saved at the expense of another, sure, but that isn't something we should ever consider a trade. Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
You're right. Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually. I'll remember your words.
Oh, really?
Она и не думала о таком
Seems you've
результате.
become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
Опа, здравствуйте. А ты как здесь вообще?
The knave? What are you doing here?
Да, мне тот же вопрос.
Is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to
О,
higher
она в
ground.
эвакуации помогает. Ничего себе.
As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
Thank you very much.
Мгм. Вот это неожиданный поворот был.
Do you two know each other?
We just met recently. Right, Miss Navia?
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter. But that doesn't quite fit this time. Besides, it never even crossed my mind that a Fatui Harbinger would come looking for me.
Зачем он тебя искала?
Thanks to the Knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation work so quickly.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with a Fatui before, and it's extremely important for us to know who we're working with. My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations. I hear that they've also prepared a large amount of emergency supplies. I'm quite surprised.
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations to act forcefully, whether they are doing good or ill. You've witnessed that firsthand,
Ну вот
in any
дизайн
case.
Арлекина мне
As I've told this
нравится.
traveler before, I know of the
Прям
prophecy,
кайфово.
and I intend to prevent the impending disaster. Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that. As such, do not be troubled by this token of our sincerity. Perhaps one day, you'll also be able to help me in the same way.
Without your help,
Хотя
there would
костюм
have
у
been
Нави
many
тоже
more
такой
casualties.
нормальный.
I won't forget your kindness.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver. I only wish that my people could have arrived a little earlier to prevent this from happening.
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did everything
Мне
you
кажется,
could.
она по-любому знала, что можем было раньше прийти.
As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person. And they weren't the price paid for other salvation. They chose to become heroes themselves. I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying some noble-sounding words. But right now, there's nothing more suitable. They really did become heroes.
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Navia.
У нее рука похожа на розу.
Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always say that prophecies represent fate. Fortunately,
Все еще
I've
непонятны
never been
мотивы
one
этого
for such
Арлекина.
opinions.
So,
чего она
you're one
хочет?
who will try to change fate then?
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. I still have some things to take care of, and the children need my attention.
И ушла.
By the way, traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Еще одно дело? Какое?
All right, then we'll just... Huh? This isn't right. Paimon thought you would ask us to walk with you for a moment so you could tell us something in private.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today. It would not hurt to have Miss Navia listening in.
Давай уже говори, что
Traveler,
сделала.
I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance. You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the fortress of Meripede's sluice gate, and this time it was the water levels in Poisson. These are both signals.
И настало время для совместных действий.
Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth's intelligence network with you. During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times, and seem to be worth investigating in many ways. Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is becoming more urgent, so any pertinent information will prove
Дай угадай, мне
extremely
придется сейчас в
precious.
эти руины идти
My
и
people initially came to
выяснить, что там
prepare for
происходит.
ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster struck. And at present, we're all busy prioritizing the rescue effort.
So, that's why the Fatui were already in Poisson.
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to assist affected residents. Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you. Which is why I want to give you this task.
Ну, логично. Ты уверен, что все пройдет гладко? Разве можно добирать чужаку?
The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family. But Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such, even though you are not from the house. I'm
Ой,
sure
да
you
ладно.
already understand how earnest they consider their friendship with you to be.
Oh, that somehow makes Paimon feel kinda happy.
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children consider you family, it's only natural that I freely share it with you.
Got it! So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right? We can handle that.
Ну да, в принципе.
Excuse me, but may I tag along?
А ты не должна помогать,
You wish to join, Miss Navia?
But
помогать в
are you sure you're
эвакуации
up
и
to
так далее? Ты ж
exploring
там,
some ruins?
это, рулишь
You
всем.
need to rest.
Well, I'm sad, yes. But I can't just go back and plop myself into a chair by the roadside and do
Так иди
nothing.
помогай, что ты собралась
There's
с
no
нами по
point
руинам
in being
шарахаться?
depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands. As my father's successor, I must live up to the hopes he had in me.
Короче, ты просто хочешь, наоборот,
I'm
свалить
also
отсюда.
doing this for
Я
myself.
понял.
I need something.
Ну да,
a
нужно отвлечь.
distraction to keep my mind off Malus and Silver.
Навия сильно, но сейчас ей не стоит оставаться одной. Мы вполне можем побыть с ней рядом, если отправимся в руины
Since you
вместе.
put it that way, I have no objections. What do you say, traveler?
Мы отправимся в руины вместе.
All right. The ruins are to the south of Poisson. Here's the map.
И карта. Ой, там сверху гидрокул, надо забрать его.
Come on, let's pack up and get going.
Да. Оп, миссия закончилась. Любая встреча от расставания. Направляйтесь в руины. Да, сейчас сделаю. Единственное, что вот там я вижу реально гидрокул, его бы забрать. Он прям на наконечнике. Так, вот так, вот так, так. Да чтоб тебя. Он чуть-чуть падает. Тут надо равновесие найти, чтобы не упасть. Вот здесь можно это подняться. Оп. Я уже почти на месте. Хи-хи-хи-хи. Блин, тут вообще тоненько. Оп. Получено. Так, я понимаю, что мне туда надо, но сначала мне нужно сходить вот сюда. Мне нужно. Ой. У меня, конечно, анимакул есть в наличии лишний, но уже некуда его впихивать. А я хотел резонировать с анима, потому что у меня это самая вкачанная стихия. Так. Здесь есть куда варпнуться? Блин. Ну, давай сюда. Я здесь могу подняться и пойти. По пути надо все-таки пару этих захватить. Как назвать-то? Пару телепортов. Иначе как-то вообще плохо получается. Давай, отдыхай. Оп. Вот здесь еще где-то. Пу-пу-пу, мне туда. А телепорт у нас будет по дороге вот тут. Надо отслеживать его. Чтобы активировать. Иначе я буду тут до завтра потом. Ну, не тут. Часто понятно, что придется бежать. В будущем, так сказать, подумаем о будущем. Шарики. Если я еще не дрался даже. По-моему. Они вроде хотят со мной подраться. А я не хочу миссию выполнять, отвалить. Итак. Вот телепорт. Здесь где-то гидрокул. Наверное, вот там, где... А, подожди, он направо вообще. Ладно. Я сейчас их не ищу, поэтому... Пофиг. Почти добежал. Отсюда уже проще. А есть по пути еще телепорт? Нет, только слева. Направляйтесь в руины. Я почти там. Оп. Оп. Не убиться бы просто. А то сейчас кат-сцена начнется, я опять звякнусь. И все. А, вот они.
So, are these the ruins the knave was talking about? Whoa, talk about old.
They seem to be pretty ancient, all right.
Let's go in and have a look.
Just be careful.
Ладно, ладно, буду. Just be careful. Скрытая земля. Согласно разведданным Фатуи, в этом месте могут скрываться неизвестные доселе тайны. Одиночный режим. Да, начать. А мне будет за Нави тут поиграть? Или нет? Так, тут вода. Ой, я периодически кнопки путаю. Я все хотел отсканировать местность, нажимая на R3 или L3. Потому что вот это так происходит в Dying Light 2, а я в него больше всего сейчас играю. О, здрасте. Давай, я тебя вылуплю сейчас. Что ты думаешь, я тебя вмазать не смогу? Вот и все. Кондала. Сам такой. Кондала. Так, куда, где мы? Там дальше вниз. Никаких сундуков по дороге. Твою... Пугает меня. Полетели отсюда оба. И ты тоже лети. Что ты мне нахрен здесь сдался? А вот сундук нужен. Это май. Май. Интересно, там под ВД что-то есть? С виду ничего. Сундуков точка нет. Так, я дошел к какой-то контрольной точке.
This place has also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too.
Падай.
Fontaine would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Нави, тебе надо вернуться в безопасное место.
Right. You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous, and it won't be any help for you to just stay here.
Наехал на нее такой взглядом просто.
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to you.
Если судить по рельефу, пути назад может и не быть. Ну да, там по факту ответственная скала.
Maybe the only way left is forward.
In that case, do you want to wait for us here?
Тоже, кстати, вариант просто подождать.
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water will rise.
И это аргумент.
Staying here wouldn't be safe either. I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
Похоже, другого выбора нет. Короче, вперед и только вперед.
but please be careful.
Я ж ей управляю. И технически.
Oh no, it's a dead end. Let's try climbing over from the side.
А если я в воду булькнусь? Что будет? Ну да ладно. Но он прям готов был впаяться в эту воду. А, мне наверх, да? Оп. Я наверху. Тут даже что-то можно забрать. Картофель, морковь. Учитывая, что это супер старые какие-то, как назвать, руины, то любопытно, откуда здесь морковка и картошка. Открыть дверь. Открываем. Большие руины. А там в центре какой-то шар болтается. Что за шар? Точнее, не шар, а как это назвать-то? Многоугольник, давай так назовем. Это, видимо, особенности местной архитектуры. Потому что вон этих многоугольников куча. Дай угадай, мне надо будет быстро бежать. Бежим, бежим. Я же бежал. А, ну кат-сцена, понятно. Давай. Прыгай, 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 прыгай. Воу. Лови, 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 лови. Она же сейчас растворится. Нет. И что? Она серьезно упала и растворилась? Нет.
Demoiselle.
Huh?
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark if I hadn't come to get you?
Так, она в какой-то подсторонний мир попала.
Oh, was I sleeping?
Yes, it would appear so.
Всем доброго времени суток, всем хорошего стрима, а стримеру удачи. Вечер добрый, у нас сейчас вечер, ну или доброго времени суток, в смысле, что у тебя. Хорошего стрима, спасибо, и удачку за удачку, спасибо, и тебе удачи.
I must be tired.
That's quite possible. However, you were the one that suggested we go out for a walk.
Какое-то воспоминание, что ли, или что? Что происходит?
Right. I nearly forgot. It must have slipped my mind when I dozed off. I haven't had a nap today yet.
Ты еще и днем спишь, ничего ты мажористая.
This is a familiar feeling, yet something's a little strange.
Is something the matter, demoiselle?
Oh, no. No, I'm fine. I was just trying to recall why we came out for a walk.
Do you remember Mr. Giverny? He'd requested our help before with foreign merchants who had a debt dispute with him, and we'd resolved the matter not long ago.
Ну и что дальше?
We were headed to see how things were going with him at the moment.
Ah, right. Yes. I remember now.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too.
Это, видимо, вся растворенная, да?
How have you been?
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those bothersome merchants finally realized that I wasn't the one they were looking for. Why, I wasn't even the guarantor for that person. They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor Obina was getting fed up with them.
Так, это глюки Нави после падения в воду. Если не хочешь спойлеров, то просто иди дальше по сюжетке. Да, они растворенные. Спойлеров не хочу, да, я понял, что они растворенные, спасибо. Сюжетку, в принципе, прохожу. Так и задумано, так сказать.
Sometimes force is required to calm someone down and get them to listen to what you have to say.
That's right. Oh, by the way, Burnett, what was it that you wanted to give to Miss Navia again?
О,
Oh,
подарочки.
yes. One moment, I have it right here. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. They're a very good variety, and they'll become very big and beautiful once they bloom. I don't know what we would have done without your help, so this is a little token of our appreciation. I hope you won't refuse.
Did you cultivate them yourself? Thank you so much. I'll certainly take them. Balloons,
посади их
we
на
do
улице,
still
в
have
чем
some empty
проблема?
flower pots at home, right?
Или прям в горшке
Why,
надо?
we can have as many pots as you'd like, demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants for some of Mrs. Burnett's flowers.
Very well.
Wait. Something seems to be off here. Excuse me, madam. If I'm not mistaken, your name is Burnett,
Да.
correct?
Она была
That's right.
растворена.
Is something
В том
wrong?
списке, по крайней мере, которому
No, it's
предоставляли.
This is the first time we've ever met, but your name seemed familiar to me. I must have heard it when I was discussing things with your husband previously. I've heard this name before. Sometime recently, I'm sure of it. And why are there so few people around here? Where did everyone go?
We must mind the time, demoiselle. We still have important things to attend to today.
We do?
Да, какое дело у
Like
вас
what?
может быть важное? Она же у вас босс.
Well, now, did you forget?
Я все забыл.
Miss Navia, here
Или
you
она всё
are.
забыла.
I've been looking for you. Please, come to the Opera House. Your trial is about to begin.
My trial? Wait, why would I need to go to the Opera House?
Yes, she's right, demoiselle. It's just about time now, so we should get going.
Oh? All right then.
Оп. Сейчас мы где будем?
Look, it's Navia. She's here.
А, мы все-таки продолжаем
Enter to
в
attendance
этом
and
мире
with her.
блуждать.
Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly excited about something. I even know some of these people. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen. Why are so many people here? And why do I have no recollection of this case? And as for the judge,
А судьи-то? Нет.
where's Monsieur Neuvillette?
Please sit in the
Собственно говоря,
defendant's seat.
как
Don't worry,
и
Silver and I shall accompany you.
этой, как
All right.
Гидроархонт. Она обычно, я так
Are
понял,
you
на всех
sure you
этих
can stand
присутствует.
behind me?
Typically, it
It's,
wouldn't be allowed, but
процесс
today is an exception.
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on. Do they have any idea what they're doing?
Seriously.
Enough with the whispering! Could someone please tell
Народу
me
не мало собралось,
where
там
Monsieur
4 человека.
Neuvillette is,
Весь зал почти
and
пустой.
why I'm standing trial?
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet realized what you've done? In that case, allow me to explain.
Подожди, там еще
As
ее и
all here
обвиняют, нифига себе.
know, you are Master Callus's successor, the
Нет,
head
вот
of
6
the
человек.
Spina di Rasula, someone held in high regard by every soul in Poisson. After you took over the Spina, you treated all of us just like the late Master Callus had. If anyone in need reached out to you for help, you responded. Not only you, but your butler, your subordinates, nearly everyone in the Spina di Rasula fought for the well-being of those in Poisson.
Wait a moment. Aren't you just proving that I'm a good person?
Yes, correct. Absolutely right. And that is why you stand accused. You
Ты
have
виновна,
helped
что
so
ты
many
хорошая.
people get through so many difficulties.
Звучит, конечно,
You are
парадоксально.
one with us. We are inseparable. We are one big family. All of us who are from Poisson, inextricably linked. And with you being so important, we couldn't possibly do without
Ой, они
you.
походу собрались ее выгнать
Therefore,
отсюда.
this fair and honorable court shall declare you guilty, and you shall stay here. You will be together with us.
Или наоборот. Как призраки такие.
What are you
Останешься с
saying?
нами навсегда.
Everything you have said is correct. I have indeed done a lot for my hometown, and I would be willing to be with you all, but what is the purpose of having me stand here like this? What is there to discuss?
Oh, well, if that's what you think, then I have no further comments.
How wonderful, Miss Navia!
О, вот уже смешок пошел.
I know all these people. Why are they
Смешок
laughing?
зловещий вот этот. На ушко. Хи-хи-хи-хи-хи.
I seem to remember now. Yes, I get it. This trial is...
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
А эти восставшие души.
Malus?
Ты смотри-ка.
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's guilty!
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mr. Joinville, you only know of Navia's goodness, but nothing of her utterly independent mind.
She was born a free and independent spirit. She has never been tied down by anything. Indeed, even the death of Master Callus couldn't stop her.
Her actions cannot serve as proof that she identifies herself as part of any group. She merely acted as an individual, extending her hand to help others. Please do not mistake her actions as being otherwise.
Really? As an
Что
individual,
происходит,
you say?
непонятно.
Don't
Ну, в
forget,
принципе,
we are
понятно,
all
но...
Fontanians here. This is the nation of justice, the nation of Hydro. Even if Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance, that doesn't change the fact that her beautiful soul must return to everyone. Water accepts all, blends with all. It will surely accept her kindness. Everything is measured here in the nation of Hydro, and in the end, everyone shall meld together. Thus, when a unanimous opinion emerges, that opinion represents justice. Now, I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We and
Один
Navia are
разум.
one.
Одно
And you would
сущность.
call this justice? Preposterous. You are merely jealous that Demoiselle still has a chance to
Звучит как,
exist as
вот
an
есть мозг,
individual.
в нем есть
Have you
мысли, а
forgotten
есть
how
сомнения.
much
И
you
вот
all
Нави в данном
once
случае
longed to
сомнения.
become individuals, to become independent?
Do you mean to defy our justice?
If your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I shall defend Demoiselle. And that is how we will enforce justice.
My head... It hurts.
Нормально у нее там в голове процесс начался.
Silver, it hurts. My head is spinning. All I can see is stars swirling in front of me. I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from the very beginning.
Воспоминание, по факту, воспоминание каком-то.
Rita,
Ну, не
Desiree,
воспоминание, в другом мире.
Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but
Да, ты живешь в матрице,
they're
прими
all
красную...
dead.
Какую он таблетку принял, не помню.
Don't be afraid, and don't admit guilt. We will protect you to the very end.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged?
We are the majority, and in the nation of trials, the majority is absolute justice.
Мнение большинства.
We
Демократия.
are the will of all.
Все дела.
Don't let them escape. We shall keep Navia here with us.
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just.
Но интересно завернули. Опа.
Navia belongs to us.
А, он, наверное,
After all that
этот...
happened,
Кто там?
she should not be left alone in
Гидра
Poisson.
этот. Да.
What are you saying?
No more excuses.
Я забыл, как это существо
She
называется.
says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be
Ну,
an
они все
independent
такие.
individual?
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us.
Miss Navia, she...
Silence.
That's...
Оп. А он, получается, с этой стороны решает,
Monsieur
да?
Neuvillette!
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense and cannot constitute a proper trial. The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objections from any unauthorized party.
Our thanks, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But
Не бат,
Go on now,
а иди.
mademoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place. What, can't bear to leave us behind or something?
Невилет хорош, вытащил ее отсюда.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
Malus, Silver.
Quickly, you must come now.
Goodbye.
Ну, да, он же гидродракон и все дела.
Farewell.
Может с первозданным морем общаться.
No, wait! Just a second!
Вот.
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
Он ее вытащил. А мы ее притащили к Невилету, или он сам там решил?
Malus and Silver were still alive, and they were defending me at some insane trial.
It looks like you're all right.
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare? Paimon could give you a hug.
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward the water. You were just about to be dissolved within, but I...
What is it?
I think I saw two Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second.
Точно, океаниды, вот
They
как их
gave me the
зовут.
chance to retrieve you. Were it
Забыл.
not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue
Противные
you
твари.
before your consciousness
Не
dissipated.
люблю на них ходить
Wait,
рейды.
did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vache?
Значит, растворенные люди превращаются в океанидов?
Perhaps those two Oceanids were the people you saw in your dream.
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me. To think that they'd keep doing so even after death.
Зато попрощаться с ними успела.
Please come with me.
Следовать за тобой? Ну пойдем, коль не шутишь.
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite all right. Perhaps there's something we could
Может,
chat
поболтаем?
about?
Анту Масим.
Why do you look so stiff all of a sudden?
Да, вообще
Oh,
странный
Paimon
разговор
knows.
начал.
You're the type who feels awkward when there's nothing to talk about, right?
I merely thought that we should give Navia some time to herself.
Huh? Why didn't you just say so then? Don't you think it's even more awkward to call us over like this and then have nothing to talk about?
I suppose so.
Кстати, Сиджвин просила передать тебе привет.
Ah, Sijwin. I hope all is well with her these days. Her work in the fortress of Meropide has not been too much
Диалог
for
из
her,
пальца
has it?
высосали просто.
No way, don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She's an amazing head nurse.
I see. Well, that is good.
I have always worried that Sigewinne would need a lot of time to understand the world of humanity, just as I have.
Oh, and the Duke also says hi. Even though Sigewinne made him do that. He hopes that you haven't been overwhelmed by all that's happened lately.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately, and I also hope that everything is going well in the fortress of Meripede.
He still doesn't know what to talk about. Let's chat about something else then.
Такие просто рядом стоят, перешептываясь. Давай, поговорим, давай с ним поговорим. Давай, Пайма, ты же у нас эксперт по разговорам.
So, Neverlet, you're probably quite the swimmer, huh?
Да, отлично плавает. Он же дракон, блин, он летать должен. Хотя он водный дракон. Плыви, иди плавай.
Is it going anywhere? Let's try something else. How did you find these ruins? Did the knave tell you?
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were helping the residents evacuate. They had even transported a large quantity of supplies to the area. Amid my astonishment, I ran into the knave, and we had a chat. She informed me that she had asked you to investigate the ancient ruins here.
Yeah, we originally planned to meet up with you,
Возможно,
but
нас
we
отправила
thought you might
сюда,
still be
чтобы
busy with all
отвлечь
those
внимание,
official
и сама там
documents.
сейчас
We
что-нибудь
didn't think
провернет.
exploring the ruins would take very long, and who would have thought you'd wrap things up so quickly?
Надеюсь, Нави скоро отправится от горя. Оправится. Так, о, отлично.
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now.
Блин.
I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
Alright, another one joins the party. Let's get going then.
На самом деле у меня время подзакончилось, поэтому я, наверное, не буду продолжать, остановлюсь здесь. Надеюсь, не сильно прервется процесс. В следующий раз отсюда же начну. Вот у меня тут даже что-то... понятно. Так, раз, сюда. Боевой пропуск даже успел вкачать, ничего себе. Так, ладно, да, буду на сегодня заканчивать. Сейчас еще сделаю круточки. У меня есть на 6 круток даже. Ну, плюс сколько еще выпадет этих синих там. Кристаллы дополнительные можно будет потратить. Да, хочу Фурину. Идем по пути собрать всех архантов. 22 часа, кстати, осталось. Надеемся на удачу. Здесь не повезло. Давай дальше. Следующий. Здесь тоже не повезло. И следующий. О, здесь что-то интересное. Бэйдоу. Ну, допустим, это дубликат уже. Какой по счету, не знаю. Ладно, давай следующий. Но сейчас точно вряд ли выпадет, потому что обычно какое-то время нужно для сброса, так сказать. Снова синий. И получается предпоследняя крутка. И она синяя. У меня есть еще возможность докупить вот эту. Ну и последний раз на сегодня. Да, не выпало. Очень жаль, но выпала Бэйдоу. Где она? Вот она. Здесь она уже получается 1, 2, 3, C3. Что тоже неплохо. Вот. Но на сегодня все. Следующий стрим будет послезавтра по Dying Light 2. Расписание все на неделю есть в телеграм-канале, группе ВКонтакте, либо дискорд-сервере. Все ссылки есть в описании канала. Так что подписывайтесь на соцсети. Если понравился стрим, ставьте лайки, пишите комментарии. И до новых встреч. Всем пока-пока.